Don't worry, I don't Mr. Robot, don't mata, animare. Don't worry, I don't Mr. Robot, don't imushu, boshimita. You wondering who I am? Don't think I know just what you're saying. No, please stop explaining. No, tell me guys. Don't speak. I know what you're thinking. I don't need your reason. Don't tell me cause it hurts my memories. I owe you in your dreams. Just go ahead, let your head down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Blue as the sky, I'm burning lonely. Living in a bear by the roadside. Don't you let the boys for you.
So this was the surprise hit of the game for me and probably a lot of other people, was the vocals in the game. Let's see, some of them are fun, some of them are funny, as in funny, you're gonna feel stupid for singing them, but not stupid that you won't. And some are very challenging to sing. It just equals an awesome game. This game has some of the hardest vocal charts I've seen yet in any rhythm game. It does use the Guitar 5 vocal engine. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, it's very different from Guitar Hero World Tour's engine that they've used for Metallica and Smash Hits. This one feels a lot more, it's really hard to describe. You just really need to hit the pitches right, dead center on if you want to get a good score. It's very demanding and unforgiving, basically. And one thing I noticed was in this game and in Guitar 5 you get probably 3 extra stars from including with your 6 that you already get from getting an FC on the song, which are called gold, platinum, and diamond challenges. And for the vocals, these can be very tricky, and they're pretty much asking for borderline FCs compared to other instruments, extra platinum, gold, and diamond challenges. Just thought that was very interesting. Vocals are definitely the best part about this game, and definitely one of the most challenging aspects of the game as well. So the drums, I thought they were going to be pretty bad. They're not so bad, especially compared to the guitar and bass on this game. One thing I noticed, a lot of the hardest songs in this game will use the 16th note hi-hat disco beat. If you play a lot of rock band drums, you'll definitely notice seeing this beat over and over in several challenging songs. And if you're an owner of the Rock Band 2 drums like I am, and you don't have any Guitar Hero set drums, this is going to be an awkward time for you, seeing as how using this 16th note hi-hat beat makes you either switch your handset completely or have to move your arms slightly toward the left. You'll see what I mean if you expert players start doing this stuff on a 4-lane drum chart. And some of the songs were very enjoyable overall. Definitely not as bad as Guitar Bass at all. And these are the new drums for the Wii. They're exclusive for the Wii right now. They will be released later for 360 and PS3. As you can see, the cymbals are now a lot more rounder than they were in the World Tour set. Everything looks a little bit cleaner, right, overall. There's supposed to be a new sensitivity setting for them, so you can set how sensitive you want the drums or something like that. And one thing I love is that they now have the like the Rock Band 2 drums have, this has a little bar thing that you can set your bass pedal on so it won't move around at all. So much improved over the World Tour set by far. So just some other added info I thought I noticed and like to show you. Some of the songs are of course found in the Rock Band series. This is gonna be typical, of course. I found probably 10 or 11 of them, but most of the songs that are found in this game are just DLC for Rock Band. And the real-life avatars they use in the game were Taylor Swift, of course, Adam Levine, the lead singer from Maroon 5, and the entire band of No Doubt makes an appearance. Speaking of No Doubt, if you watched my rant I made probably a day after this happened, No Doubt actually sued the makers of Band Hero over the misuse of their avatars. Gwen Stefani basically didn't want her avatar singing Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones, thought it was like really inappropriate. And just a little update on that. I think this happened like a week ago. Band Hero, it was pretty, they did this, Courtney Love did this with Guitar Hero 5 over the misuse of her late husband, Kurt Cobain. Pretty much nothing happened there. Guitar Hero was in the right for that. You know, she did sign a contract. Same thing happened here, but this time Band Hero is going to be filing a counter lawsuit against No Doubt because they didn't do any of the advertising stuff that was included in their contract that they signed. So No Doubt is getting some justice served to them finally. Thank God. As I stated earlier, you can get this as a bundle with the instruments. And while it is an easy game, Band Hero, whatever, did tier their songs correctly for the most part. If they tiered it as a tier 1 guitar, it feels like a tier 1 for guitar. If they made it tier 9 for vocals, it really does feel like a tier 9 for vocals. You know, I love seeing correct tiering in games like this. And here's a moment of truth. The scores. Overall presentation will receive a 7. Guitar gets a 6.1. Bass gets a 5.1. Vocals gets a 9.2. Drums will get a 7.4. Setlist 8.6 because they advertised this as a pop-oriented game. And this is what they gave us, a pop-oriented game. So for the most part, it fits, and they did a good job on that. So overall, Band Hero is going to receive a 7.2 for me. And yes, I did average this out this time from the scores previously stated. So overall, easy to use features. It's a good stepping stone for people new to Guitar Hero games. Again, the vocals are just great. If you're a vocalist, definitely at least rent this once in your life because these are some really fun and challenging vocals. And the set list is pretty solid for a pop-themed game, like I said before. But, of course, the guitar and bass will easily bring this experience down, especially for people who play on expert. You're not going to find anything challenging at all about this game. The advertising of this as pop-themed definitely brought down sales and will turn off fans of harder sounding music. You know, if you're a metalhead, you're definitely not going to put this as top of your list for what you want. And yes, this is pretty much a rehash of Guitar Hero 5, or a clone if you will. So once again, Guitar Hero didn't really learn much. But overall, not a bad game in general. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it did. So, was it a success or not? I'm not sure. Definitely get this game if you are a vocalist or even a drummer. The new drums look pretty good. Definitely check them out. But if you solely play guitar or bass, this is an absolute pass for me. And alright, that's my review. Thanks for watching.